What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and this is the Thunder Channel on Nootropics. Look, hope everyone had a super awesome 4th and actually got to see some fireworks. A lot of fireworks around me were canceled, and probably around you. I ended up going to this big lake in Pennsylvania where my gal and I often go to, and there was no definitive fireworks show because it was canceled. But like, so many people around the lake. It's this giant lake. Bought their own fireworks and set off just kind of an amazing circular, well, it's really like it's a weird shaped lake, but it was like all around the lake were fireworks. That was really cool. Hope you guys were safe and back at it, back in action. Hope you guys are back action. Anyway, quickly, I wanted to talk about the problem with herbal remedies for trying to fix issues or kind of keep problems at bay. Normally, people head down the route of fringe herbal remedies, maybe just like not mainstream herbal remedies to fix issues that they have, and usually end up either continuing to cause the receptor issue on the site, on the neurotransmitter site that they're trying to fix, or just somehow continuing to make their issue. Sorry, my gal's downstairs running her business from home. She does voice lessons with kids. Totally had me like singing her song in my head. That was crazy. And it's not a good idea. So I want to break down a couple different examples so that you guys have an idea of exactly what I'm talking about. Number one, kava, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys heard of kava and maybe even take it. And, you know, through its action on anxiety, okay, I get that. I'm not really riffing a whole lot about that. But kava has studies on it demonstrating pretty extreme hepatotoxicity, so it is toxic to one's liver, even in low doses, semi-consistently, right? So something totally to avoid if you're looking to use it for depression or anxiety. That's number one. You can Google the literature on that. Yeah, I would just Google kava and hepatotoxicity. The second one is passion flower. So passion flower, I've been hearing a lot about, whether through clients that are like, hey, maybe I should try this, or just kind of other people that email me and want to try it or something. And mainly it is an anti-anxiety compound, right? It's used in the same way that a benzodiazepine would be used. Or something like Pharma-GABA or Picamil or something, okay? The problem with passion flower or purple passion flower is that, yes, it does bind to the GABA A receptor, but specifically if you look a little further into research, it's the chemical composition of it are mostly flavonoids. And that's a lot of the case with a lot of compounds. Some flavonoids are good, some flavonoids are not good. But the flavonoids in passion flower bind literally to the benzodiazepine site of the GABA A receptor. Okay, literally. So what you're doing in effect by taking it, if you're trying to get off of a benzo, or you have gotten off of a Xanax or something, and you're trying to repair the state that you were in, is you're just further entering the rabbit hole, prolonging the time it's going to take for you to recover, and you're not making anything better, right? You would be at that point just sort of the way to explain compounds like this, and of course benzos and whatever, well, benzos particularly, is you're gradually decreasing the efficacy of the drug or the compound over time. So it eventually doesn't even have an anxiolytic effect anymore. Or if it is, it's marginal because it's inducing so many other downstream neurotransmitter issues like dopamine dysregulation, to name one. So then you're super depressed, can't get happy. But mostly you're prolonging the time that it's going to take for you to recover. Saffron is another one. Okay, so either in the case of depression, people take saffron thinking it's going to help, and it may be somewhat not effective, and then it may for a brief period because it's desensitizing 5-HT1A autoreceptors. Once they're desensitized, then you have all this accumulation of serotonin, and then it's somewhat effective. But then very shortly after that, the sexual side effects begin. Saffron is an SSRI, basically. on the literature out there, there's a little conflicting opinion on exactly what it does, but the reading that I've done on it, because I've looked into it, for various reasons, it's pretty definitive that it inhibits the uptake of serotonin, and there's just more serotonin available at the synapse. In fact, yeah, you can Google saffron. Its nomenclature is Crocus sativus L and major depressive disorder, and you'll read a pretty critical, telling element of it that says more specifically, saffron saffron extract might inhibit serotonin reuptake in synapses. That is the worst place to inhibit serotonin reuptake. And people that have depression, again, might help initially, will cause sexual side effects later on down the line. And then in people that have full-blown PSSD from taking like sertraline or something, think saffron might be an alternative because they are off the sertraline and don't want to take it anymore and are running into side effects or something, and then they take it and makes the side effects worse, because anything that's going to just not control the serotonin levels in the brain in a way that is agonizing serotonin production or keeping serotonin around in synapses is going to desensitize the feedback receptor, basically, the autoreceptor, which are present on all major neurotransmitters, for the record, and is something that folks have to look into when recovering problems always. And therefore, due to that desensitization of the autoreceptor, I mean, your problems won't get better, your depression won't get better, your sexual side effects will be worse, etc. Okay, so those are just 3 examples of herbal remedies, sort of fringe herbal remedies that people think may be the holy grail in fixing issues because they look attractive. You got to dive deeper, man. If you're going to take passion flower for anxiety, realize it is a low-level benzo, literally binding to the benzodiazepine site at the GABA A receptor. Not good. Kava has some literature on it that's hepatotoxic. There's so many other things out there, and saffron obviously is not good, in my opinion, in large doses consistently for anyone, especially people that are coming off of an SSRI or have PSSD or anything related to sexual dysfunction from the SSRI. That is just my take. And there's so many other things. I was going to name this video like the problem with herbal remedies and regular supplements, because as it relates to PSSD, for example, there's so many regular supplements that I could take, or that like a regular person could take, and wouldn't have side effects, like L-theanine as an example with PSSD. But someone with PSSD, it's going to worsen their genital numbness and their emotional blunting and all the other symptoms that come along with PSSD, because it's essentially giving you literally more brain serotonin. Ginger is another one. Curcumin is another one. These are partial 5-HT1A agonists. People don't know that, right? So it just goes back to that video that I did weeks ago, where it's like, if you're trying to fix an issue, stop bringing so much in. And whatever you're going to decide to bring in, if you're not working with somebody, do a lot of research on it and just like totally know downstream every single fucking thing that it's doing to your brain, so that you can have an idea of what not to take and what things are going to do down the line and whatever. Hope that's been helpful. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. More videos to come this week, more content to come this week. Still working on the Nootropics God course, or the Nootropics God class. That's 10 to 12 years deep into nootropics, what people do, how people stack, the results people get. That's going to be awesome. In the meantime, because of that, we've reduced the price of the Nootropics Masterclass to $55 even. It's $119 normally, just to give you an idea of how much it is discounted. LiveCortex.com, find the Nootropics Masterclass. Takes you to the 6-year mark using nootropics. You get way better results. Inducing states on cue. Imagine having that much control over nootropics in your own brain chemistry. Get the Nootropics Masterclass right now, $55, livecortex.com. The bigger consults that we have, the 3.5 month and the 6 month, they apply to PSSD as well as the kind of post-benzo disorder that GABA A and GABA B, among other neurotransmitters, exhibit and have, and we help folks out of those terrible, terrible predicaments every day. I want to do a video, frankly, on, I just don't know if I'm going to get like attacked by Big Pharma on, I don't know. I mean, what would the word that I would use for it? Like the crime, the criminality of giving people these drugs. I could talk for an hour about it, and maybe we will. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Talk to you next time. And damn it, man, looking at fringe herbs, just be careful. Do the research. it's worth the extra few hours, 5 hours or so over the course of 5 days, an hour a day, doing the research to really, really figure out what whatever chemical you're deciding to take is actually doing. All of what it is doing. Thanks so much. Happy 4th, everyone. Talk to you soon.